Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Amalgam Estate. What did the Seeker just say about sneaking chili powder? Well, we're gonna ignore that, because it's time to continue what we've been up to. So, the Warrens is basically ready to be pushed to 5. The Ruins is a fair bit away. The Weald is a fair bit away. Here's the goal. If we can get 2 out of 3 to 5, I'm going to be happy with that. If not, then we're just going to keep going until... Did I say 2 out of 5? 2 out of 3 to 5. That's what I meant. And hopefully that'll be relatively easy. Warrens is basically ready to go, so we're gonna go after this. Maybe we encounter the thing from the stars, and we get Bumper Crop, which will potentially help us if we decide to go for a level 3 or even level 5 mission. So here we go. So I wanted to throw this in here really quick. By the way, hi, Shadow from the future. So I've been noticing in the past couple videos, I've been getting a little bit more dislikes than normal. Which, if you know YouTube, dislikes are going to happen regardless of who you are. It's kind of just part of the system. And, you know, there's always so many different reasons that anyone can dislike. Like, some people may not like my voice, some people may not like the series, or some people might not like the classes I'm using. And for a little while, I was kind of wondering, I originally thought that maybe it was the sound settings, and I was like, oh man, people aren't liking the sound settings. That must be why the dislikes are happening, but it's only happening on Amalgam Estate. That's unusual. However, I think I've pieced it together, because I had a bit of an enlightening conversation in the previous episode's comments, and the question was, why do you use such OP classes? And upon thinking about it, I think that might be why there's been a little bit more dislikes than normal. And I do kind of want to respond to that, because obviously it's part of the estate. Removing them at this point, realistically, not going to happen. But something that I think is important to mention is we do have some strong characters. I'm not even gonna lie. You can see a couple on this very screen which are fairly strong. Like Natalie, Sky, they're both very powerful. Sean 1001, very powerful. I would say Raptor and Kale are also very powerful. That's just me. Raptor is a little situational, but when Raptor works, Raptor wins. You know what I mean? But I did kind of want to address it, because obviously I don't know the real reason. As far as I know, maybe I have my first haters, you know? Like, that'd be exciting. But, Amalgam Estate is an estate of every single one of my previous estates meshed into one, which some of you guys know that, some of you might not. Either way, I'm saying it now. And what I've tried to do for this estate is I've tried to balance it for both the top end and the bottom end. Obviously, there's going to be some overlapping. Sometimes we're going to be ridiculously powerful for some fights. Sometimes the fights are going to absolutely destroy us. That's just how it goes. Honestly, that's just how base Darkest Dungeon goes. But I do want to say, there's nothing wrong with not liking certain classes or not liking the balance of certain classes. Like, God, there is so many class rebalance mods on the workshop that I feel as though most characters, there's going to be people who don't like them. That is just how it is. Everyone has a different mentality when it comes to character balance. And I think that's something that base Darkest Dungeon does really well, is some characters in the base game are very powerful, whereas some completely suck. And the way around that is you up the difficulty if it's too easy, or if it's too hard, you lower the difficulty. And I feel like base Darkest Dungeon has basically, not completely, it's still Darkest Dungeon. You're still gonna have your highs and lows. But base Darkest Dungeon kind of found the thread and walked that line. But with modded characters, you gotta remember, a lot of people who make characters are not professional game devs. Like, a lot of people are just making characters that either have a special place in their heart, or maybe they're making it for a friend, or maybe it's a community project character. But a lot of characters are not made with an entire team backing them up and ensuring that they are as well-rounded and balanced as possible. So I kind of wanted to get that out there, because I understand there's going to be characters people don't like. There's going to be balance people don't like. I mean, hey, some people don't like me, which is fair. But it's going to happen, you know? At the end of the day, every character is from someone who, for lack of a better term, put a lot of their heart and soul into the character. So, I think to an extent, to just completely write off a character purely because, well, the balance is bad, is a little unfair to the mod devs. And again, if you don't want to use that character, that's fine. That's completely fine. But, you know, at the very least, maybe like oh, the character's pretty, or, oh, the character looks cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel as though characters should be completely shut down from anybody using them ever just because they are very strong. Now, there are limits to that. Obviously, there is some characters that are extraordinarily unbalanced. Like, for example, Hepvir Negat, I think that's how you say her name properly, I don't know, who, quite literally, will one-shot every single enemy at the game at level 0 in a level 6 dungeon. That's too strong. That is, like... that, to me, is what unbalanced feels like. But, then there's characters like, for example, Natalie here, who... very, very powerful. She's absolutely in the top end of modded characters. Debatably, she's too strong. I would argue she's too strong because Welcome just does so much damage. Even with that minus 25, that should be like minus 60%. But again, I look at it as Welcome is very powerful. Some people might look at it as, well, Welcome should be even stronger. And some people look at it as, Welcome shouldn't even be a move that she has because it's so freaking unbalanced. And that's how it's gonna be. So, again, if you don't like characters, that's totally fine. But for this particular estate, since it is a mix match of every other estate that I've done, I've tried to take into account characters that are very powerful, including characters that have surprised me with how powerful they are, and characters who are, for lack of a better term, extraordinarily weak. Like, for example, Grove Tender, I would argue is a pretty weak character. Now, hear me out. The reason for it, her regen, mwah, bread and butter, OP. But what else does she have? She has Homie Strike, which is pretty good, although you never want her to be in the first position. It has Absorbing Light, which barely does any damage and barely heals her, which it's okay to keep yourself alive. Diluted Elixir, obviously very, very good. Lotus Shield is a very good ability, debatably one of her best, and it also has a chance to stun you. Like, this, to me, huge benefit for potential huge downside. Great. Lantern's Console, honestly, other than using it for the torch, it's so niche that it doesn't really get too much use, which is fine. I think characters should have niche abilities. And then Root Powder, which, again, so situational that most of the time you don't even use it. And then, yeah, that's how I feel about Grove Tender. Great healer, bad character. That's how I feel. But I did just want to address it because, like I said, I have been noticing a couple dislikes here and there, and I really think it's about the characters. But the reason I wanted to have this kind of discussion with you is I want to know why. Because if it's something that I can improve on, for example, if the editing is giving you a headache, or the sound settings are making your ears ring, or the amount that I cut around, you want to see more of what's going on. If it's something that I can improve, I'd like to know. Because I can't improve if I'm never told. Does that make sense? But yeah, that, in a roundabout way, wrapping back around, I more mean, not roundabout. That is kind of, it's been on my mind because it's been consistent, I say loosely, in that there has been a little bit of an uptick in dislikes. So if it's something that I'm doing wrong and you want me to improve on, tell me. I can't know unless I'm told. But if it has to do to the characters, just remember, everyone has different levels of balance in their head, and it's never going to be perfect. Like, even the base game characters, which all had dedicated teams behind them, albeit a small team, because remember, Darkest Dungeon is a indie developer, though they were backed. Even those characters aren't perfect. Like, but, so yeah, I know this is super random, but I wanted to bring it up. It's been on my mind. But at the end of the day, hey, if it's just dislikes because my voice is annoying, there ain't nothing I can do about that, Chief. And if it's my first haters, welcome aboard. Stalks will annihilate a marked target shortly if left unchecked. What the heck is a stalk? Perhaps some questions are better left unanswered. Oh my god, the amount of battles. Oh, quest location, quest location. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my god! Actually insane RNG? Okay, well. Provided we don't encounter the thing from the stars. We bring the Uncroned. With the ancestors, map the Book of Intuition and all of his abilities. The Seeker, with the Death Knight's Mace, the Rusted Armament, Siphon Strike, Chain Lightning, Gravity Well, and Fury from Beyond. We then bring the Lexning Ninja with the Unholy Trinity, the Splintering Remains, Nano Corruption, Alan Walker, Akido, and Heart Hunt. Before we finish it off with the Bowman, who has the Bloody Stake, Mora's Head, Change Arsenal, Sure Shot, Limb Snipe, and the Kill. By the way, I'm gonna say it now, just in case. Remember how I said to be worried about provided we don't run into the thing from the stars? Well, here he is. Whoa! Dude, you're actually kidding me. He was the first fight of the goddamn dungeon. Are you serious? I was making a joke. I was memeing. You can't be serious. Oh. Oh, that's painful. Wow. Why did I open my big fat mouth? Alright, let's try and put some bleed. This is gonna suck. Let's go ahead and buff ourselves up.
Fury from Beyond.
Okay, now that the initial shock has worn off, let's go for a stun. Okay, we do land it, so he doesn't get his first attack. He might skip this next. Never mind. Forgot that's how that works. Let's change arsenal. We want blood. 13 damage. Applies a bleed. He takes 6. Weakening shard. Ah, that does a lot of damage. Please don't attack the Lexening Ninja. I would appreciate it. That counts as an attack. Oh, that sucks. Boy, that's, that not good. That's real bad synergy, in fact. You're marked. Now you're bleeding. Kill shot? It's a kill shot! What's he up to? 10 bleed? Easiest kill of my... Never mind. Easiest kill of my entire life. Bye-bye. Farewell. Ow. Now he's dead. Oh, amazing dodge, actually. Okay. Alright. Well, guys, be sure and like this video for Shadow's amazing prediction skills. Be sure and smash that like button and hit the subscribe button for more awesome, legit predictions. I cannot believe that happened. That's the peak of the episode. It's not gonna get better than that. Yeah. 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 Okay. Quite proud of that. However, what were the chances of that happening? That had to have been, like, extremely low odds, right? Like, that could not have been a very high chance at all. That had to have been, like, at least 10% or below. I refuse to believe anything else. Luckily, we do have a guaranteed trap disarm, which helps out quite a bit. And now we're just gonna head up to the final quest location. Dude, I was gonna go on, like, this huge rant about, like, oh, you know, the chances of the thing from the stars. Ooh, good surprise. The chances of the thing from the stars showing up as the literal first fight of the dungeon in the literal first square of the dungeon. Basically non-existent. And, imagine my surprise when that's exactly what happened. Wow, that's pretty good. Nano corruption with splintering remains is pretty good. I'm gonna go for a bleed. You got a kill. All right. If you think about it, that's just a permanent bleed. Okay, good dodge from the Seeker. The lightning strikes. Unfortunately, it doesn't stun anybody. Okay, continuously good dodges. Alright, we get hit on the Lexening Ninja, which means we take effectively double damage because of our trinket, but that's fine. You give some to get some. Let's take you out. While also getting a self-heal. Okay, and we don't have to worry about you too much, so I'm gonna get a Blight. He lives with 1 health, but that's fine. Because we get the kill. And now the Lexening Ninja dodges the attack, followed by a swarm of death. Okay, so all things considered, this dungeon just amazing. Like, actually A+ performance here that literally couldn't have gone better. I think the only way it could have gone better was finding a secret room with, like, 3 trapezohedrons. That's actually the only way I could see it going better. 2.5k gold, level 3, level 2, level 2, level 3, and we get prismatic stability on the Seeker. That actually seems really good on him. Then again, truthfully, stun resist on anybody is already good. Lunistra's bloodletting was a bit too effective. Great. Aha! Would you look at that? It appears as though we have someone new in our midst. The Songbird. She has faded and hard noggin. Oh my, actually insane. Although she is afraid of eldritch and spiders, but still. The Songbird has arrived in our estate. Now, I know what you're thinking. Shadow, isn't that the magician? To which, obviously, I'd have to say, of course it's not the magician. The magician... Hang on. I'll find her. Hang on a minute. Is here. This has always been the magician, you guys. Doesn't she look exactly how you remember? So yeah, somebody made the magician miniskirt magician skin into an actual class. So because of that, I decided to take the skin off the magician and use the class instead. At least for now. We'll see if I keep it or not, but for now, that's what I've decided to do. There was also a somewhat recent, at the time of recording this, skin that came out for Alice. If I can find her, where is she at? Alice. Ah, there you are. Behold! A reskin for Alice. The screenshots of it were pretty cool, so... the unstable flesh, huh? Well, that is certainly an option that we could do. But at the same time, I kind of want to just stick to the exploration plan, so I think we're going to do that. And I think we're going to bring Alice just to show the new skin. Ratting Dog. Keep him safe. Huh? Time to do what we fear most. A level 5 dungeon. We bring Lily, the White Priestess, with the Holy Spring Water, the Book of Intuition, Umbral Knight, Elder Warrior Knight, Captain, Prayer, and Last Rites. We then bring Alice, who's effectively going to be our carry for this dungeon, the Twilight Knight. And she's got the Unholy Trinity, Mora's Head, Soothing Slash, Strike to Stun, Anticipation, and Leap of Faith, just in case. We then bring Fish Boy, the Practitioner, with the Rusted Armaments, the Fortifying Garlic, Combusting Talisman, Self-Immolation, Invoke an Enra, and the Thalassic Remedy. Before we finish it off with the Obituary, who has the Cherugian's Charm, the Ancestors Map, Curse of Defeat Evil, Obituary Fragmentary Memory, Aroma of Dreams, and Rage of Book. Man, that's a handful to say. So, here's what I'm thinking, right? We go down, left, down, right, right, up, right, down, and continue on from there. That's what I'm thinking. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, stun them. Beautiful. Double stun, double blight. That's what we like. Go for a kill? Oh, he got extra dodge, didn't he? I shouldn't have... No, he didn't. He just has a lot of dodge. Alright. And a ton of move resist as well. We're not last. So, try again. Fish boy. Hit him. Oh my god. Do you have reduced accuracy? Hang on. No. Wow, that... Wait. Man, that stinks. What are you getting plus 14 accuracy from? Where are you getting that? I have no idea where you're getting plus 14 accuracy, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't feel like it. Oh, I just noticed the Ultra Gold skeletons have 100 health. Oh, that's scary. Let's just start chipping away. Good stuff.
Tempting goblet. Would you like a drink?
Okay, what was that? I was like trying to do like a cackle, but it just didn't quite work.
Oh, this is quite a bother.
I'm going to invoke an Enra. Alrighty, because I don't want them hitting me. Could try and go for a stun again. I think I'm gonna let it ride. Ooh, max roll, and we get a blight. Plus, it's a free action, so you know what that means. Wow, we still got the stun. That was such a low chance. Let's stun him. Wow, the stun lock is going really well so far. By the way, that reskin for Alice, so far, I like it a lot. I think it's really pretty. But if you guys don't like it, let me know. Here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna stun you, and that's also gonna kill you. Goodbye. It's so delayed. I'm gonna heal myself. Okay, fishy boy looking a little better. Big damage. 14? That's not bad considering how much health he has, and 50% protection.
Hit for treasure.
Okay, here it comes again. Hit. Oh, there goes half my health bar.
Yeah.
Alright. Blight for you. Crit heal for me. We're back to full health. Alright, yeah, that works pretty good. We are last, so Rage of Book can't be used. Instead, we go for a heal. It does mark us, but that's fine. I don't think they get any benefits from that. Let's Rage of Book Alice, so you're able to hit as hard as possible. Invoke an Enra, that way we're able to avoid as much damage as possible. Alice, unfortunately, putting us down, but that's fine. Ooh, really good crit. Now, go for a stress heal. And get a crit heal again. Okay. Didn't need it that time, but that's fine. Good dodge. That -7 accuracy already coming into play. 27 damage from Alice. Good leap of faith. You are not dead. And you are a problem. Let's try and stun. Avoid some damage. It does end up working because they have a very low stun resist. Plus, we hit the debuff, which made it even lower. Okay. You are now dead to blight. Then, you know the drill by now. We go for a stress heal. And get another crit. Ow. Ah! Tell you what, leap of faith. That allows us to go for the Knight Captain. Then, I'm just going to go for a group heal because we can. It also does a bit of a stress heal. We've been in this fight for so long that the corpse actually went away. Free attack. And then shuffle. Okay, good stuff. Up to 7 blight. Not quite dead. 1 health. 1 health. I was expecting a crit. I was expecting that to crit us into oblivion, and it's like, ah, oh, well. Okay. Yeah, that's some heirlooms. Now we just have to get through the rest of the dungeon. I want to see what the animation is for Alice looting, but I also recognize that the practitioner gets better loot. As you see there. See? That's why the practitioner gets the loot. We're gonna leave the crest. Oh, Artifact of Fervor is so good. It buffs an Enra. Let's leave the holy water, and then we won't take anything else. Because we kind of need heirlooms to actually upgrade the hamlet. Brother. What is with all the room battles? I know it's a level 5 dungeon, but still. What the heck do we get rid of now? That's a lot of crests to get rid of, but it's... Okay, get rid of the crests as much as I don't want to. I think, well, maybe the portraits would have been a good idea too. I don't know. Bit torn on that one. 85% seems to be our best. Didn't matter. Ow. Alright, well don't worry. We only have 5 room battles that we know of. Oh boy. Oh boy! Wow, that's nice. Let's eat the riposte. Absolutely worth it. And we debuff him. Very, very nice. I'm gonna go for Rage of Book on Alice. I was debating doing it on Lily, but I have a plan. Now, can he riposte this? I think he can. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we do get a stun. Now, that's more damage for less protection, right? Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Okay, can't stun him. Actually impossible. We take you out. Then we get a protection. Protection. Then we get a riposte, which gives us protection because it gives us dodge. Okay, Pernicious. Cackle. 5/3 horror. Execution, dealing a lot of damage. He also does lower his protection, but gains more damage. Once again, Eldritch Pull. That is totally fine. Did you use... Oh, you used push. My bad. I thought it said pull. Okay. Free attack. And now I'm gonna heal. We do also have Last Rites available if we need it, which is basically a Giga move. Let's go for Thalassic Remedy. Good healing. Now, move forward. This is gonna hurt, or we're gonna kill him. It didn't hurt, and we didn't kill him. I was wrong on both. This ought to do. Ouch! 11 damage, but he does go down. Very painful indeed. Okay, we got some more horror to worry about. Not ideal. Minimum roll as well. Oof. Things are not going my way. Let's try and clear the corpses. We do clear one. Okay. No. Game taking its time. You know what? Stun him. We had like an 80% chance to stun. That is so sad. Wow, absolute occultist levels of healing just went down, which is funny because it has the potential to heal for 0. Let's get a tiny bit of a stress heal on everyone. Very, very nice. Imagine if he was stunned. Okay, a bit more horror, but we resist it this time. I'm, once again, gonna take our free attack, and this time we smack him. We missed. How do you miss a gargoyle? That's something. Oh my god, 2 of us have missed a gargoyle. He doesn't move, you guys. He doesn't move. Also, I think I know why Fishy Boy was having so much trouble hitting earlier. It's because technically he's lower level. I think that there is a hit penalty if you try and hit a character who's higher level. I think. 85% chance does go through that time, though. Oh, Alice decides that she wants to loot. Unfortunately, it's just gold. What are we ever going to do with that? And I do think that we're gonna camp soon. Ah! What is with all the room battles? Alright, I think it's a good time to camp. Lovely. Okay, let's take a look-see here, shall we? So, I want to use Blighted Mutation. Issue, it is going to stress us all into oblivion. So, I think we're just gonna need to eat it. So, let's go first story. 20% less stress. Let's do a pep talk. Another pep talk. Now we mutation. Blighted. Furious Blight. Nope. I want to use it. Dang it. We have to open an inventory space for it. Well, that worked, albeit in a roundabout way. Let's see. Blighted. Minus 10 protection. High chance on turn start. Blight. 1 point over round. So it's just 1 over 1? Unsure. I guess we'll figure it out. Oh, that sucks. Well. We'll simply stress heal. It ain't gonna be no thing. Never mind. Imagine buffing a spider. Would never be me. Dead. Okay. Boy, I'm sure glad. So, okay. If there was anything I would change about Dice to Die, I kind of wish that the more max health thing actually worked. Because, you know, it's like, man, he's got 74 health. But it never actually fills up. So it's like, and yeah, I don't know how you would really do it. I don't know. Without spaghetti code, at least. Either way, these spiders must fall. Ouch, that's a whole lot of free damage. It's only gonna get worse. Ugh. Okay, 14 damage, no stun. We like that. Bull, no. Oh, we're all blinded. That sucks. Well, last rites. Behold. So, I don't know how to use the max level of prayer. What I do know how to use is the Umbral Knight. Unfortunately, he appears to have low rolled. Okay, now, you'd think that stun prevents the explosion. You'd be wrong. Okay, we're not at a stress check yet, although the game is desperately trying to make it happen. Wicked Surge, also, very luckily for us, they don't leave corpses, so we currently don't need to worry about him reviving anybody. We still got a few more fights to go. Just a couple more. Alright, take him out before he's able to do any more damage. Alright, stress each other out. That works too. Alrighty, we've blighted everybody. Now, is that from blighted the affliction or blighted the quirk? I don't know. How are you not dead? Did that actually just give you 1 health and that's it? That's something. Okay, we'll cure that. We'll get rid of these. He's not dead to blight. Okay. Try and get a stress heal. Okay, unfortunately, it did not stress heal the obituary. Ouch. Lower accuracy. Okay, that does work. You miss. All right. No, you crit us into absolute oblivion and stun us. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That does not feel good. That feels even worse. This is not ideal. You? Oh my, please. Please. Ah, we're all blighted. Die. Now, you die. No more healing. We're done with healing. The enemy's healing. I still want to heal, but they cannot. Good. Alright. Worthwhile use of food, if you ask me. Although stress, really not doing well. Oh, really? This is the dungeon that we find the rats. I'm debating it. However, we still have a lot of this dungeon to go, and we're already stressed out. As much as I want to fight the rats, I don't think it's a good idea. I think we actually have to pass it up this time. I need to be a little bit realistic here. I know it'd be fun to see me fight them, but I don't think it's a good idea right now. I think it's a real bad idea. Plus 30 dodge, by the way. Plus 30 dodge as well. Okay. Yeah, epic. There's all that dodge. Let's get a stress heal. Okay, now we're looking a little bit better. Big damage. 20? That's pretty big. Ow. We're all blighted. Does that? Oh yeah, he's dead now. Okay. Let's go ahead and heal Alice. Okay, the less blight for us, the better. We are horrified, which I'm realizing we're doing to ourselves, presumably because we're using the cure while blighted. Okay, and then you get an action, but you immediately go down. You're now both in a position where we can do the slam, so I'm going to use Rage of Book. Okay. Stressful incantation. AoE? Nope. Nope. Can't do that. Ouch. I guess we do technically have negative protection, huh? Yeah, that sucks. Alright. Open up, easy. Or open up with a crit. Yeah, that works too. Now, stun both. We stunned him forever, if you think about it. And because we have an extra turn... never mind. Alice decided that the extra turn was not needed. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yep. Yep. I mean, to be fair, Alice was right. It wasn't needed. But still, would have been nice. 85? Yeah, look at that. Preventing stress little by little. I'm not going... Oh, talons. I was gonna say I'm not gonna camp yet. We're gonna wait until we get a little bit further. Might be changing my mind now. Good dodge. Okay, this is relatively problematic. Let's go for a blight. Now, let's go for a slam. Never mind, the slam misses everything. Okay, all right. Let's instead go for Thoracic Remedy. That way we can get rid of that bleed. Okay, we all take a little bit of stress, but that's okay. I'm gonna set up a riposte because they have a lot of AoE attacks and we are marked. Then let's go for an AoE, try and get some stress healing. It works on 3 out of 4, not bad. Can't riposte the bird. Oh, and we get shuffled. Luckily, we can shuffle into position relatively easily, so let's go for another heal and crit. Heal, which gives us a stress heal.
Kill shot! It's a kill shot!
Ah, we're not able to ruffle his feathers. We do get stumbled on Fish Boy, which actually works to our advantage here because we get to shuffle immediately right back to where we want to be. I don't know what happened there. Yeah. Let's just deny as much damage as possible. I think that's definitely the play. Now, Alice, you're gonna hit this guy so hard. 16? That's pretty good. And here it comes again. Next turn, of course. Violent Squall, we're not able to riposte that. Oh, man, these shuffles are not amazing. Not amazing.
Strip the flesh!
Ouch. And we don't hit a riposte. Is that Death's Door? Yes. How do we want to do this? Let's... Oh! Alright. Last rights. Slam. Okay. We land both of our stuns, which helps a bit. Unfortunately, not enough to keep us alive. It is enough. And Fishy Boy is going to be shuffled, which means Thoracic Remedy. We survive yet another encounter. Barely. We're hanging on by the skin of our teeth, but still, we're alive. Big heal. Fine, just take him out. Whatever, just take him out. Just deny damage however possible if you want to allow healing. Okay. Question mark? It didn't work? I don't quite understand. Unfortunately, by the way, I don't want to do this. But we're just gonna leave everything. You know what? I will take the bust instead of the portrait now. Fine, you convinced me. We got stressed out for that. Another room battle with a hallway battle has appeared. Do we have holy water? No. Lily, never mind. Marked by the flock. Wow, that got removed. Okay. Hey, works for me. You have a chance to steal buffs, and you have 77... Ah! This sucks. 77% more damage, 10% armor piercing. You have 13% more crit and a chance to steal buffs. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, you didn't steal it yet, so that's ideal. Tell you what. Damage reflection.
Come at me if you dare.
We all get blighted, which is no good. Okay, you get blighted. You also don't take our buffs yet. Let's not heal Alice, because that would be a silly thing to do. Let's also not hit the ghoul, because that would also be a silly thing to do. How about the obituary? That's better. That helps out.
Cackle! Bah, 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 bah.
Skull toss. Oh, in a way, I would have been okay if it had hit because we have damage reflection. I'm also okay that it missed. Okay, 15 damage from Alice. Still didn't steal our buffs. Very good roll. 21 healing from the obituary. Very, very good. Cruel mockery.
You think yourself a priestess? You are nothing but a false idol.
More blight. Oh, stole our buff that time. Good thing you don't blight. Let's cure it on Alice, and that also gives us a self-heal. Very good indeed. Okay, now, big AoE. Biggest AoE of your entire life. It landed the debuff on everyone and hit everyone. We take those. Oh, enjoy that. Right back at you. He stole our damage reflection from the AoE attack. He took our damage reflection. That's why it didn't do it. Which means if we hit him, he has damage reflection. Ow. Graveyard slash. Oh my god, that's 77%. Ah! It hurts. Ah, we're getting blighted again. Okay, we can deal with this. We can deal with this. I can still fix this. We're almost there. Almost there. Look, at the very least, we have 2 more fights to do. Achievable. Manageable. Easy. You know, provided that we don't, die. Stun him! Good stuff. No more stress for us this turn. We like that. You get to die. You're dead to blight, so I'm gonna ignore you and instead get some blight healing. You know, Lily and Raptor would really go hand in hand right now, especially because of all the blight we're spreading around. I'm just saying, they would get along so well. Try and get rid of the corpse, that way we can get to the dude in the back. It has 1 health, but he is moved up a little bit, which does help us. Our backline damage, it's not amazing. Alice's attitude, not amazing. You have attitude with me, young woman. Get rid of the corpse, land the debuff, and now we land the biggest crit of your entire life. There it is. See? Crit him so hard that he died. Obsidian chunk for the martyr, that is cool, but not worth keeping compared to what we have. Oh boy. Howling Horror. 56% protection, 13 dodge. Also, he's super tanky, depending on how much health he has. Tell you what, let's kill him as quickly as physically possible. You ready for this? Watch this. Boom. Bop. And then here comes a pow. Wait for it. Wait for it. Baba boy. 16 damage, and now you are finished. Hey, that's most of his buffs gone. Doesn't this guy make, Oh, okay, he just tree branch smackdowned us. I love that sound so much. Ah! Get off me! Tell you what, let's go for a heal. Lily is, she's seen better days, for sure. Alright. Well, time to just get rid of Blight, because we can't move. Wish I had some backline stuff right now, and even though we have Knight Captain, we're in the exact single position that doesn't let us move. Fantastic. fantastic crit. Alice? You what? And that also got rid of Alice's masochistic, so she's back in the game. Now we just gotta kill you. Little by little. I am gonna shuffle. On second thought, I'm gonna heal that. Weird. Why did he pass? Oh, yeah. Maybe he was just so afraid of Alice that he figured passing might save him. On the bright side, we know that there's a room battle directly next to us. On the negative side, there could be 4 battles remaining. I guess we'll see which one wins. Oh, more talons. Stressful incantation. So, if you've never seen the damsel, basically, don't attack her. That's it, honestly. AoE attacks, don't do it. Which also makes this fight a little bit harder. The witch has to go. The witch is immune. Ow.
You fool! I have the fortifying garlic!
20 damage on the sadist. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Tiny bit of blight. Let's cure it on Fishy Boy! And the next turn, we get to use last rites. Okay, we are last, so we're not going to go for Rage of Book. Instead, let's get some free damage. Ah, don't get the stun. That's fine. Violent Squall, that has the potential to shuffle us. It also gets a crit. Oh, man. That is, had really good shuffle success rate for them. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing last rites this turn. So, I'm just gonna shuffle. Then we're gonna attempt to... Actually. We're gonna Rage of Book on Lily. And depending on how the speed goes, this will either be an amazing turn or a bleh turn. Looks like it's good for us. Oh, looks like it's beautiful for us. Oh. Okay, well, other than the whole blight thing. Now, let me... Ah, can't click on Lily. I just want to double check. I think Knight Captain still moves us forward. Oh, Umber Pack did level up. Wow. You know, with Blighted, that's not amazing, though. Either way, we're gonna last rites. Umbral Knight. Oh, no. It does actually move us forward. I still think Umbral Knight is a play, though. Okay, apparently Umbral Knight thought that Umbral Knight was the play, because, good lord. Now let's cure Fishy Boy. That gives us both a fair bit of healing. Can't do anything for the moment. Let's go for Anticipation. That way we're not hitting the damsel. Oh, she summons a bird. How long does this freaking guard last? Just a bit longer. Okay, Burb is dead. Now, let's cure Alice. Definitely, Alice has the highest health pool here, by the way, which is probably why these heals feel like they're not doing a whole lot. Thalassic Remedy. Oh.
Everything is okay.
Oh, looks like you're no longer guarded. I'm iffy about doing this. That's why. But we stun the damsel. Now the damsel cannot go for hostage situation, which means that we have an extra turn to just go for the witch. Burb is dead. The witch immediately recovers. There goes Burb. Okay, you recover. Good stuff. See, she would have I'm actually really glad that that worked out, and that we did not one-shot her, because... Oh my fishy boy! Deciding that that damsel must be saved by any means necessary. As we finish the fight. Now, stress heal. Now we just wait. Okay, I'm just gonna shuffle. Then I'm gonna go for a group heal, try and get a tiny bit of stress healing. And the damsel is free. And that's why you don't kill the damsel. That alone is such a massive benefit that it's just not worth going for. Plus, if you kill her, you get stress nuked. So, yeah. And we're done. We ended on a high note. Wow. Dude, I can't believe it. We would have had 2 more fights. Oh. Alright, well, it's your boy. Take the crest instead of the food. Yippee. What did we get? We end up with 15k gold from the quest, 18k from everything we collected, the blighted appendage, and 35 busts and 60 crests. We also have Lily at level 6, Alice at level 6, and then Fishy Boy in the obituary at level 5. Sickly, Shocker, Skittish, and Off Guard, Oh. Thrilling, rapturous, ecstatic! The Ringmaster has been left wanting for more bloodshed since she challenged you. Next up, a rematch for the ages. The Ringmaster demands a challenge. Well, Ringmaster, you're gonna be waiting for just a little bit longer. Because I think, after everything that's happened, we're gonna do it for this episode of The Amalgam is Dead. By the way, curtain call, plus 20% death blow resist, but on being hit, minus 5%. That's scary. I don't know how good Curtain Call is, but what's really important is the fact that it hyper buffs you if you have the 2 set. Which the other piece, of course, is... Hang on. If I can find it, it's the Buffonata that we've used a couple times. And I'm blind? Ah, here it is. Buffonata. Obviously, very good. And then, this makes it so that you usually don't die. So, pretty good combo, honestly. You just have to beat the Ringmaster at level 6 to do it. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Wait. Aha! Ronnie has returned. And I think that's the only one who's dead. So hey, 68 unique characters once again. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one.